I'm back with Mongil, Stardive. I've been really busy these past few days, so I couldn't make any videos about this game. But I need to be honest with you right from the start. I never planned to make this video. I sat down because I needed to tell someone about this, because if I keep it bottled up, I'm seriously going to lose my mind. And if you're watching this video, it probably means you're going through or have gone through the exact feeling I'm about to talk about. So sit here with me for a bit and let me share this painful journey I had in Mongil. Stardive, 90 pulls just to get Mina, and before that, another 90 pulls just to get Esther. I seriously want to cry, everyone. But before I tell the story, I want to say one thing clearly. This is not a video where I just complain for no reason. I'm going to genuinely analyze things, share what I learned, and at the end, I'll directly answer the question a lot of you are asking yourselves right now. Should you go all in like I did? I'm going to be honest, no sugarcoating. So why did I need Mina that badly? I had been following information about Mina for quite a while, and honestly, once I fully understood her kit, I immediately realized this was a completely different level of character compared to everything the game released before. Mina is a limited 5-star firefighter, and she's not just strong. She was designed to dominate the meta in an extremely systematic way. Let me explain why. Mina's entire kit revolves around a mechanic called Essence, an internal resource she builds up from almost every action during combat. When she lands the 4th hit of her normal combo, Foxfire Orb, she gains 1 Essence. When she uses her special skill, Foxfire Blast, to pull enemies into one spot, she gains 1 Essence. When she activates her ultimate, Foxfire Clone, summoning a clone that copies her attacks for nearly 12 seconds, she gains 1 Essence. Even when she swaps onto the field, she gains Essence. And that resource is consumed to activate Luminous Rush, a combo chain whose 3rd hit boosts the damage to nearly 239% in a single strike. It's a non-stop loop, constantly flowing, never waiting. But the thing that truly convinced me wasn't just the high damage numbers, it was the charm effect in her passive. Every time Mina absorbs Essence, she also applies a debuff that reduces the enemy's attack and defense by 10% for 5 seconds. In modes like Conquest or Dimensional Rift, reducing a boss's defense by 10% means your entire team gets a massive damage boost without even needing a dedicated support character. She's not just a DPS, she's a DPS and debuffer combined, and that turns her into a complete offensive and defensive unit in the truest sense. Tier lists place Mina in SS tier, and after experiencing her myself, I honestly have no reason to disagree with that. So how did I prepare? I'm not the reckless type. Before Mina's banner opened, I sat down and seriously planned out how to save Starlight crystals. I understood that if I wanted to fight this limited banner, I needed Compass of Destiny, the currency used specifically for limited raid-up banners. And to get enough of it, I needed to squeeze every possible resource out of the game. I started with daily quests. It sounds boring, but 50 crystals per day from reaching 100 contribution points multiplied over 30 days is 1,500 crystals every month. Not a massive number, but stable and something you should never ignore. I also never skipped the daily request board, because even though it doesn't directly give many crystals, it helps farm upgrade materials, so I don't have to waste crystals buying them from the shop. But the place where I earned the most, the thing that truly gave me enough resources to fight this banner, was the Monster Codex. I spent so many evenings traveling across the map, capturing every monster type and completing every collection milestone. Was it boring? Extremely boring, but the crystal rewards from the Monster Codex are an actual treasure for players who don't want to swipe their credit card. I also cleared all the side quests I had ignored before. Those random side missions scattered around the map often give summon tickets and crystals much faster than the main story. And I completed first clears in Conquest and Dimensional Rift stages that I still hadn't beaten before. Guaranteed rewards, no luck involved, just enough strength and patience. After doing all of that, I entered Mina's banner with what I thought was a decent amount of resources. I didn't expect an early pull, but I also never imagined things would go this badly. But now comes the real question. Was Mina worth 90 pulls? I'm going to answer honestly. In terms of pure power, Yes, in actual combat, Mina performs exactly the way I expected her to. The Essence mechanic creates an extremely smooth combat flow that never feels boring or interrupted. Her ultimate Foxfire Clone truly shines during boss stagger windows in Conquest. That clone continuously copying attacks for 11 seconds creates an insane burst of damage at the perfect moment. And in Dimensional Rift, her ability to dash toward targets whenever she consumes essence helped me shorten stage clear times in a way no previous character could. Right now, there is no firefighter that can replace Mina's role. Verna and Angel both have very clear limitations, either in AoE damage or crowd control. If you're already running a fire team and you have Flare, adding Mina completes a lineup that even top players are aiming for. And when Nare releases later, she's specifically designed to buff damage and provide shields for the exact type of team Mina is the core of, which means Mina won't become outdated, she'll become even stronger. And since I already have Flare and now also have Mina, I'm going to keep trying to farm more resources and continue pulling for more Mina copies, even though I don't know if I'll get luckier this time, but I really want more Mina. So what's my advice? If you're a spender or a semi-whale building a serious team for Conquest rankings or the Dimensional Rift leaderboard, I'll say it directly. Mina is a must-have. Not because of hype, but because there's simply nothing that can replace her right now, and her value will only increase over time. If you're F2P, this is the part I really want you to listen to carefully. Check your pity count first. If you already pulled many times on previous limited banners, those pulls carry over to Mina's banner. That can completely change your calculations. If you're already close to soft pity or even hard pity, then this is the time to go for it. But if you're starting from zero with limited resources, think carefully. Farm monster codex, clear side quests, complete first clears, and honestly ask yourself whether you trust your luck enough. Gacha is still gacha. I hit hard pity. You might get her in 30 pulls. Nobody knows in advance. What I want you to avoid is the situation I went through, not because 90 pulls is a disaster, but because the feeling of every single pull from 70 to 89 is something nobody should experience without mentally preparing for it first. If you already know that can happen, if you've saved enough resources, if you've already accepted that you're willing to go all the way to hard pity if necessary, then go for it. But if you're not ready for that yet, wait and prepare more carefully. And one final thing I want to say, not specifically about Mina, but about how we approach gacha games in general. I've seen so many people get lucky and pull her in just 10 pulls. And honestly, I'm happy for them. So if you were lucky, feel free to share your experience. And if you weren't lucky either, share your story too, so we can suffer together. I spent 90 pulls, I don't regret it, but I also learned that preparation from Monster Codex, from daily quests, from clearing side quests early, is the only thing you can truly control in a system that is completely random by nature. If you're going through or have gone through a similar situation, leave a comment below. I want to know how many pulls it took you to get Mina. And if you also hit hard pity like me, welcome to the club. We are not alone. Thanks for watching until the end. Mina is finally in my hands. Now it's time to farm.